So I'm wondering, why is it that I guess the government system, the whatever fucking system that knows the deal with these celebrities is letting them do whatever the fuck they want to do. I'm rewatching Power so I can get all the way through it. I haven't watched anything new of Power. And I'm watching Power and I'm like, yo, this is the same exact shit that's going on with these celebrities and these people that we supposed to think are just God's greatest fucking gift. I'm talking football players, basketball players, actresses, actors, rappers, singers, all musicians, all artists, fashion designers, all of that. I start thinking about Chris Stokes. And I'm sure only a select few amount of people can say that I was on that shit when that came out, like white on rice, boy. They're like, Chris Stokes, who that? B2K's manager. I said manager. I put an extra that nigga Shiesty? Shiesty? No, but really, Chris Stokes, he was probably one of the first people that I've ever heard about abusing his artists, making his artists do things, and it is specifically when they are children. Chris Stokes, because Raz B been speaking out about this shit since jump, since we was kids. And everybody was like, oh, he crazy, oh, he fucked up, oh, he gay, oh, he this, oh, he that. This whole time, I'm like, yo, are you fucking serious? We got pictures and all four boys just tucked up in the bed, whatever the fuck. They supposed to be kids. What are you suggesting here, Chris Stokes? I literally sat and I thought about Chris Stokes, and I'm like, Raz B been told on everybody. Raz B been said what it was. I hope that motherfucker is getting some bread. I hope he living his best motherfucking life, because he was probably one of the first people to have ever said anything, to ever open up and say, you know what, this is what happened, and this is who it happened to. Omarion, he ain't talking about it. Of course not. That's why Raz B look like where he at is where he gonna be stuck at, because as far as being an entertainer, it ain't gonna happen. JD, the two boys, crisscrossed. One of the boys killed themselves. I don't want to say exactly over what, but we know what it was because of. He traumatized and he can't take that shit no more. JD, where's the investigation on that? Like, we know these motherfuckers are what they say they are in these songs. It just frustrates me, because it's like, why even bother to speak out, to do X, Y, and Z? Because when niggas was speaking out 15 years ago about what the fuck was going on, speculations, we got Raz B crying out on fucking YouTube. Them YouTube videos probably still up. I hope they are. And nothing happened. Like, nothing happened to that man. He still was able to get money to live his life and probably continue to abuse people. IMX, Immature, Marcus Houston, B2K Omarion, J Boog, Raz B, Lil Fizz. Y'all might as well speak the fuck out. Let that man get a peace of mind knowing that goddamn he wasn't lying. And I knew he wasn't lying, because ain't no motherfucker just gonna come out, especially no man. Ain't no man just gonna come out and think that's gonna be the way to get his bag up. No, I don't think so. I don't think that's what it is. That's not what it is. What it is the fucking the spells and the magics and the evils and the rituals, because that's all it is. The rituals they doing to these babies, all so they can gain. But what is that person on the other end gain? Absolutely nothing but trauma and torture. That's torture. Why is it now all of a sudden y'all want to get to doing y'all's job, whoever taking down these celebrities? Why is it now? Christos was on my mind today. The thing is, nothing happens. A slap on the wrist, like what really happens? Because all these people should be in jail. The Hollister dude, he should be in jail. His store should be shut down. His family should not be able to eat. JD still living his best life. All these people that did these things, all in the name of power and glory and fame, and what it is, they put, I don't care if people believe in magic or not, whatever you believe in is whatever you believe in. You probably shouldn't be here listening to me. But the evil and the spells that they put in the songs, the contracts, the parties. Now, I was like, yeah, a Diddy party, whatever. But they're talking about the after affair. My thing is, honestly, Diddy could have been shut down a long ass time ago. Just like R. Kelly should have been, because everybody knew what it was. Straight from the horse's mouth, what it was. If we would listen to people, Raz B already said what it was. And he cried out for help. And it's sad that we live in a world where when people actually crying out for help because they need it, because they traumatized, because they hurt, and because they don't know how to get through it. Some people won't believe them because too many people prey on that vulnerability. So they want to gain off of it. Thinking about Raz B, he crossed my mind today. I hope he can get some peace, because you know what? When I used to watch them videos, I felt him through that screen. I used to be stuck on stupid on YouTube. Hey, cat. And I felt how emotional he felt. I felt it through the screen. And I knew he was telling the truth. But nothing came of it. Nothing came but what you expected to come. Like I said, oh, you crazy, or you this, or you that, da, da, da. It's like, how do you get justice? How do you actually get justice? How do you get peace? Because I'm starting to hurt for Justin Bieber. Excuse me. Because it's like every time I see him, nothing else is attached to his name but Diddy. And it's like, that's it. That's the spell. And you know what's gonna happen? Diddy name ain't gonna never die. Ain't gonna never die. Always attached and spreading. The shit spreading, but there's no way to really stop it. Why is it that the entertainment industry has to be like that? Like it's the fucking, like literally Eyes Wide Shut. Literally. No, go look it up. No, go watch it. Literally, this is a whole motherfucking rant because we started off with B2K and Chris Stokes. And we ended up here. But it's just like, now you listen to music and you just, I don't feel as good as I did when I listened to it before, you know. But deep down, I knew something weird was going on with the celebrities. I feel like if you was a certain type of person growing up, like you was one of them people that be looking up weird shit on YouTube and all of that, then you know about the conspiracies and how the celebrities roll, and you probably is listening to videos and music and shit backwards to listen to what they had to say. Now, it's a Rihanna song on one of her albums that she clearly says, won't say anything about the way you love me. In the background, I like the way, Now, Watch and Learn is the song. Rihanna is the artist. I think it's about probably about 20 seconds into the song. Probably about 20 seconds into the song, and you hear Lucifer, and you hear literally, you're hearing what she's saying about who she's talking to and what the purpose of what she's doing is for. I specifically like Rihanna because I do appreciate the variations she has. And I don't know what she's been through. I heard she was a victim. But if you just sit back and you listen to her music, I'm talking about go through her albums, listen to each song, like listen to it, you can clearly understand the objective of what's going on. And not just one album, but what the whole goal is, the perspective. She literally transformed. Literally had the album Good Girl Gone Bad. Literally transformed into something else, something darker. And then she got into Anti, and she had that whole weird, culty, underground, just dark, heavy energy within that album. And within those little bits in the little video game or whatever the fuck it was online, She had to go through something. All these people went through something. But my thing is, it has to be a part of it gotta be like a global, just what it is, because this shit has been going on for years. None of this is new. So it's like, how can you stop it? Because after Beyonce go, was gonna be somebody else after that. After Jay-Z go, was gonna be somebody else after that. After you get rid of the Diddy's and the Kellys, it's gonna be more after that. It's never ending. Funny, she has a song titled Never Ending. Very sad song. It's heavy. She's basically saying exactly what the fuck I just said. All of the shit we doing is never ending. There will never be an end to what they're doing, what's been done, what's happened in the past, what happened 40, 50, 60, fucking 1,000 years ago. What's been happening is gonna continue to happen. It's never ending. This shit not gonna stop. Cause it don't end with us. Some people realize that. Some people see it being played out. It is simple. It boils down to a regular person having a 9-to-5 job, having to clock in somewhere, having to have a certain set of skills to do X, Y, and Z, so you can work and do this for somebody else, conduct business for somebody else that's not your own, work for somebody else under X amount of hours and X amount of days. That's never ending. Life is never ending. The cycle of the transition is never ending. That trauma, is never ending. Especially with somebody who is famous. Yeah, for a regular person who don't have no fame, don't have no notoriety, nothing like that. It's hard, but it's a bit easier because you're not reminded of it. Everywhere you go, you're not reminded of it. You might turn on the radio, hear a Diddy song, and you might flip the fuck out because you're traumatized. And that's something, nothing can be done about that. Never ending. There's songs and shit being played now. Like Nickelodeon, I'm still confused as to why that fucking Rob Schneider, that's probably not his name. I think that's the actor I'm talking about. But the fucking dude on all that, why he not in jail? Why is there a slap on the wrist? This stuff is going on all throughout. But it's prominent in the entertainment industry. Prominent in things like fucking churches. Like, I just heard a story the other day about one of the popes was molesting his son and his grandson. I'm like, are you a pope? And you want us to go to church? And then so I sit back and be like, oh, you a demon? And you drug and kill and beat people and you do this, that, and the third, and you want me to still listen to your songs on Spotify? And even if I did listen to it, I would feel some type of way and I would not be able to enjoy the music. I sit and think like, man, I used to want children, and it's a tiny piece of me that kind of still does, but then I think the pros outweigh, the cons outweigh the pros in having children, simply because I don't think I will be able to deal with having to worry so fucking much about this might sound selfish, have to worry so fucking much about another tiny individual that I would have to be the main fucking character for. I feel like the world nowadays, having to worry about a child and how you gonna, not even provide, because I feel like that's might be the easiest part, because if there's a will, there's a way. But as far as the mental goes, I don't think my mental would be all the way prepared to fucking take care of a child. You literally started putting in daycare because you don't know who's who and what's being done. I'm pretty sure that's a cynical way of thinking. Pretty sure it's a cynical way of thinking, but that's why it would be hard for me to have a child and not be able to be like a parent that could be around that child a significant amount of time. I want no daycare, baby. You ain't going over nobody's house but mine.